Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the short-awaited return of Sesame Record Reviews, where for our 30th episode we can finally talk about an album that's most fascinating, most wild, most wonderful, most exciting, Bert's Blockbusters from 1974. And before we look any further into the wonders and glories of this album, let me just say that this album was another eBay order, and the day of its arrival was the day after I got last episode's Fair is Fair. Now we can take a look at our lovely album cover in its particular shade of blue. And here's our old buddy Bert saying his famous words, la 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 la, while he's pointing up to the album cover's words that are beautifully lit up. And we got some of the songs that we're going to hear on the album too. La la la, maybe that's the song he's talking about. Doing the Pigeon, of course. I mean, don't you just love it when the front cover mentions some of the songs? Almost as fascinating when the back cover gives us all the songs we're going to hear. And apparently we're going to get some sketches too. And over here we got the other albums of 74, again, aka the first year of the Sesame Street record label. And as we can see, this particular album is the first of those 1974 albums, or at very least the first of the character tribute albums. Way to go, Bert! Below all the tracks are all the credits. We get the cast and the producers and the writers, and if we could find out who did the catering, that'd be awesome. And I bet you're as excited as me to finally see this on the record player. Here's our lovely record itself. There's a lot I could say about the color choices on the record label, but other than that, the record itself is decent. I'm trying to say decent condition, but here we go.
Hi, Bert. Oh, hi, Ernie. I've been sitting here trying to think of what we could do with this here letter L. You know, you could sing a few la-la-las, some pretty little words, and you'd have a nice little song, you know? La-la-la like that? Sure, go ahead.
Here's old buddy Bert. He's gonna sing now. Amen. Here's probably his most famous song. I don't know about at the time because the song just came out at that point in the show. Why else isn't this the first track? But, you know, who's asking for perfection? Oh, it's got some skips too. Just like the 83 album, it skips on really the best known songs. If I were you, Bert, I'd be complaining about this, but wait a minute. So we got some sketches here too, this one being from season 1. What you gonna do, Ernie?
Gee, you know, it is just possible that my old buddy Bert here is asleep. For one thing, he's lying down, which he usually does when he is asleep. For another thing, his eyes are closed. And for another thing, he's not answering me when I talk. So old buddy Bert is probably asleep. Poke, 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 poke. Note how I can poke old buddy Bert in the stomach and he doesn't complain.
Over here on side 2, we got the track from the Havin' Fun album to start.
Say, that sounds pretty nice, Bert.
Nice, Ernie, it's breathtaking. Hey, now, everyone at home, go get a pan or a can or a whistle or whatever you can find, and you can join in too. See, I was sitting around, feeling so blue, trying to think what to think to do. Then, I suddenly heard something new. Oh, this is so much fun.
So the first side started off with 2 tracks from the Alphabet album, and side 2 starts with 2 from the Havin' Fun album. Took quite a while to catch on.
Well, I thought it was
song that Bert didn't sing on the show, but at least for this album.
Seems like holding your hand was not enough. So I want to do something more. Oh, I want to hold your ear. Baby, wanna hold it near. Baby, wanna hold your ear until you hear that.
Now, if Bert did sing this on the show, would he do the same thing that Maurice guy did? Probably not, because Bert isn't live-handed.
Lovely shape and size. Baby, wanna hold your eyes so you'll see and realize that I love you.
We got some history right here with our very first Ernie and Bert sketch. I don't know about very first. First from the Sesame Street show proper.
Can you bring me a bar of soap? Just toss it into a Rosie here.
What?
The soap. Just toss it into Rosie here.
Who's Rosie?
My bathtub. I call my bathtub Rosie.
I said, why do you call your bathtub Rosie?
Because every time I take a bath, I leave a ring around Rosie. Bert, what are you doing in bed? Because you're right, Bert. You know, I just heard that somebody in the neighborhood has
So this is supposed to be a season 3 sketch, but this is re-recorded for the album.
I don't know who it is.
Kind of an odd way to end the album with our boy being sick.
Because I don't want to catch his cold, Bert.
And so that wraps up this 30th edition of Sesame Record Reviews. And what I think about this album? Well, it's fine. I mean, anytime you have a character tribute album, it's always going to be a sweet ride. And I think I said all that stuff in the beginning where I sounded even more excited. Honestly, I didn't even know why I said all that stuff. And you know, for this first character tribute album being about Bert, it makes sense why they'd highlight some of the tracks on the front cover. If we can find some excitement, then so will Bert. But in some cases, these highlights may just lie to us. With all that said, this is still a good album nonetheless, and I don't care what I choose for a 10th, 15th, 20th, 30th, or even a 50th episode, because with this series, we go in a specific order. And with all that said, until next time, we'll meet again in episode 31. I thought I did a pretty good job with the script. And you did a good job recording this album, me.